Hello everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Anthony. If you are just visiting my channel for the very first time, thank you so much for stopping by. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for trusting this brand. So on today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to cut an handkerchief dress. So I already have all my lines marked out. That is the starting line, the bust point, the underbust, and also the half length. So I'm going to be taking my neck width, and the neck width I'm working with is 3 by 3. That is, I went in by 3 and came down by 3. And after that, I'm going to be coming in by 7.5. That is my shoulder measurement divided by 2. And after that, I'm going to be coming down by 1.5 to take my shoulder slope, and I will rule across. So once we're done doing that, I'm going to be taking my chest line. So I've gone ahead to mark my chest line, and also whatever I have there, I'm going to mark on this other part and connect all the lines together. This is to create our armhole curve. So after connecting the lines together, the next thing for us to do is to also place our shoulder measurement on that part and then connect it to meet the shoulder slope. And the next thing for us to do is to create our dart leg. So this is me taking my nipple to nipple measurement on all the lines. And once I'm done marking on all the lines, I'm going to connect these to create my dart leg. I'm going to be coming out by 0.75 on both sides to create my dart leg. So you can do 0.5 to create yours, but for me, I just prefer to do 0.75 on there and also 0.75, which makes it 1.5. And also I'm going to be coming down by ½ inch and then connecting this line to meet each other. And the next thing for us to do is to create our shoulder dart. So to create your shoulder dart, you're going to divide this by 2, your shoulder slope divided by 2, whatever you have. You mark the middle and also connect the lines together. This is us creating our shoulder dart. And then I'm going to be taking my bust measurement divided by 4. I'm going to mark on the chest line, and also my waist measurement divided by 4, mark on the waistline, which is the half length, and connect these lines together. After doing that, then I'm going to create my armhole curve by going up by 3.5 on the chest line and going out by 0.5 and connecting all these lines together to create my armhole curve. And the next thing for us to do is to create our underbust tightening. On the underbust, you're going to divide your underbust by 4, whatever you have, you mark, and then whatever you have left. So for me there, I have 0.5 left, and whatever you have, if you have 1, you divide it equally on both sides. So since I have 0.5, I decided to go out by 0.75, and also on this part I went out by 0.75, and on the other part I went in by 0.25. That is because I really do not have enough allowance. But if you have enough allowance, let's say you have 1.5 left, you can go out on the bust part by 1, and on this other part then you come in by 0.5. I hope this is understood and clear. Thank you. So I'm going to be coming down by 1.5 on my bust line. So that's the difference between my front half length and my back half length. What's the difference is 1.5, and then I'm going to rule and connect it to meet that point, which is the bust point. And once we're done doing this, we're going to be cutting it. I'll just follow the process and see how I'll be cutting this out. Thank you. And then I have my back pattern ready. So on the shoulder slope I came down by 1. So on that shoulder slope I'm going to be coming down to create my chest line. So whatever you have to create your chest line is your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. So whatever you have is what you use in creating your chest line. So I'm going to rule across to connect all these lines together. And once we're done doing that, the next thing for us to do is to then take our nipple to nipple measurement. This is to hit us create our dart leg. So I'm going to be marking it on the half length and also on the bust point, and then connecting these 2 lines together. And once we're done connecting the lines together, The next thing for us to do is to create our dart leg. So please come out on both sides by 0.5. It was later corrected. On this part, I came out by 0.75 on both sides. It was later I realized that I shouldn't have done that, but it was corrected later on off the camera. So you're going to be coming out on both sides by 0.5, because this is the back. We are not snatching anything or reducing anything. So once you're done doing that, you're going to go up by 3.5 to create your armhole curve. So I'm done doing that, and then after marking that out, then you're going to be placing your bust measurement divided by 4 to connect both lines together to create your back armhole. Once we're done doing that, we're going to be marking our waist divided by 4 on the half length. We'll mark it there and connect these lines together, and I'll be going on this part to create my neck depth for the back. Remember, we did 3 by 3 for the front, so for the back I'm going to be going in by 3, which is the neck width, and then I'm going to be coming down by 5. So you can come down as much as you want to. If you want it very deep, for me I don't want it to be very deep because this is a corporate outfit. So I just noticed that I didn't get the kind of shape I wanted for the back neckline, so I had to draft this again, and with what I've done, this was satisfying. And then after doing that, I'll go in by on that part by 0.25 to tighten my shoulder slope. So I did that also for the front, but that was off the camera. And then I'll be dividing my shoulder slope by 2, just the way we did for the front, and then connect it to create our shoulder that. So once we're done doing that, this is me. I will go in by 0.5. This is to eliminate the what's it called, the zipper bulge. On that part, you're going to be going in by 0.5 and connecting it to meet the neckline for the back. And then that's after doing that, you start creating your zipper allowance and connect all the lines together. So I have two pieces for the front and the back. So this is two pieces for the front and also two pieces for the back. I'm going to be taking this away and show you how to draft the handkerchief.
So I'm going to be explaining how to draft the handkerchief on this pattern paper. But then if you want to cut it, you don't have to use a pattern paper to cut it. I just need to explain it on this pattern paper. Apologies, I lost my voice. So the first, you fold your paper into two and then you fold into two again. Just the way we do for peplon, you fold into two and then you fold into two again. And once you are done doing that, you are going to take your waist measurement divided by 6.28. Whatever you have, you are going to be placing it round the folded edges. So let's say your waist measurement is 28 divided by 6.28, just the way we cut peplum. Whatever you have, I think you should have about 4 point something. You're going to be marking it all the way around, all the way around that part. And I needed to zoom it in so you all can see what I'm doing. So once you are done marking it all the way around, so once you're done marking it out, I needed to use a marker pen so it will be very, very clear. Once you are done doing this, the next thing you are going to be doing is to take the length from your half length. Let's say your full gown is 40, and then minus your half length. 40 minus your half length, whatever you have left is the length of the handkerchief dress. Whatever you have left is the length of your handkerchief dress. So from there, you are going to take the length of the handkerchief dress on your fabric. You also do the same thing. Let's say you have 23 left. You are going to mark 23 all the way around, just the way I am doing on this pattern paper. But you are going to be doing that on the fabric using your tailor's chalk. So you also come to this other edge and mark the length of the handkerchief dress. Remember, I said you have to minus your half length from your full length, and that's how you're going to get the length of your handkerchief dress. So you just follow this process, mark it the way all around, and then you are going to have the shape of a square when you are done marking. But you know, if it was a peplum, we're going to be having more like a, is it gonna, would I call it a C curve? But this is not gonna be like that. It's gonna be coming out this way. And once you're done marking on your fabric, not on the pattern paper, by using your tailor's chalk, you're going to cut accordingly. So this is what we have after cutting it. You just open it up and it's going to come out this way. Because this is a pattern paper, you really could not see the effect. But then I'm going to be showing you the one I cut on the floor with the big fabric, and also the one I cut with a very small piece. So this is what you're going to have. This is how it's going to look when you're done cutting. So right now I've gone ahead to cut out my fabric. I cut out 2 pieces on each side, and also I've gone ahead to weave each side. And the next thing I'm going to be showing you is how to sew this neatly. So I'm going to be picking the back and then removing the pattern paper and putting the front side each facing each other. You're going to sew it front side facing each other. Do this for the back. And also I'm going to be picking the front, open it up and place each side of the fabric front side facing each other and sew them accordingly. So I'm done sewing each part for the front and the back. I'm done sewing it, and this is also the back. I'm done sewing each side, and also I've gone ahead to close the zipper allowance. So this is the zipper allowance. Just close it and give all parts, all the stitches, a good press. So the next thing we're going to be doing is to sew each side. So you take your bust measurement divided by 4 and also your waist measurement. So I'll go ahead and sew this off the camera and show you what it looks like. So this is what we have after sewing. I've gone ahead to sew both sides and also close up the zipper allowance, but I'm going to be opening it right now so it would aid me to attach the handkerchief skirt. So I'm going to be picking the handkerchief skirt and attaching it to the half length. Remember how I explained earlier on the video. So you're going to open it properly and then attach it to the half length. Make sure you pick from one edge to the other and sew accordingly. So I needed to do a very little piece to show you guys what we have been doing so far. At this point, if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please kindly do well to subscribe, hit on the notification bell so you can get notified once I upload any sewing tutorial. And also tell me what you think on the comment section. Share this video, like and comment. So this is what we have. You can see the little piece. This is how it's going to come out when you attach the half length to the handkerchief skirt. So this is how it's going to come out. So the next video you are going to be seeing is a video of what we have been explaining so far. And this is what I have after attaching the half length to the handkerchief skirt. I've gone ahead to hem the hem line, and also this is the belt. I've attached the belt as well as explained earlier, and I've gone ahead to fix my zip. I had to do this off the camera because I noticed I was losing light. This video took a whole lot of time, so you can use either an invisible zip or the normal sewing zip for tailors. So the next video you're going to be seeing is a video of this on me. And this is how it looks. So tell me what you think. You can see the shoulder, that you can see how it is sitting on my shoulder. And also I'm going to be turning for you guys to see how the zipper is looking at the back, because it's not budging. So you can see it. I had to come close so you guys can look at it. You can see it's not budging. So it's very important you follow all the steps I've explained. So thank you guys for staying to the end of this video. Thank you so much. I do appreciate. See you on my next video. And if you are yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe on my YouTube channel. Hit on notification bell so you can get notified once I upload any sewing tutorial. Bye.